Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Couch today I'm going to be reviewing this Thrawn Ascendancy, Lesser Evil by Timothy Zahn, the conclusion of the Ascendancy trilogy, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Always love seeing Grand Admiral Thrawn in anything. So basically, the Grisk are continuing to try and undermine the Chiss Ascendancy and provoke a civil war, which had been staved off in the previous book due to Thrawn's quick thinking. So there's lots more of that. But Thrawn, of course, is trying to find out more about the Grisks, where they're coming from, what they look like, and what they're up to. So this all plays out over the course of the book. And Cherie, the Skywalker, she is becoming, what's the word you would use? Kind of mentally linked to the Magus, the woman, the leader of the people from the planet Sunrise that had been attacked by the Grisk and their allies to try and start the whole Chiss civil war. But she's now, instead of just being able to foretell the future a few seconds in advance to help with the navigation of their ships, she's now getting longer term visions, like say if they're about to go into battle, and she gets visions of the battle and how it plays out. Although not necessarily what could happen, not necessarily what will happen. So Thrawn isn't happy about his Skywalker being interfered with, so he manages to stop that by basically threatening the Magus. So it's thoroughly enjoyable just seeing all the machinations on the Chiss homeworld play out, because the new Patriarch, who is Thrawn's enemy, he wants to get rid of Thrawn if he can, boot him out of the family or whatever, bring him down a few pegs. But of course with Thrawn, you try and do that and he'll just do something amazing instead, you know, that means he should actually get a promotion and all that sort of thing. So they have their big battle, and they do kind of defeat Jixtus, who's been basically overrunning more species and bringing them under his control, still completely shrouded in mystery as to who or even what he is. But when the battle goes against him, as any battles go against the Grisk do, they basically destroy their ships completely, not just like an explosion, but completely vaporize any sort of evidence as to what the Grisk are, what they look like, or anything like that. So at the end of the book, they still don't know what the Grisk look like or where they came from, but they're hyper aware that they need to be on the lookout for further occurrences of this sort of thing. But the political situation on the homeworld is not so good for Thrawn, because even though they win this big battle, they come up with some fake pretext or something. So everyone else involved gets medals and promotions and all that, and he gets exiled to that planet that we see at the start of the first of the Thrawn books, where he gets collected by the Empire. And this is basically to satisfy the Patriarch's anger at Thrawn that he's always had. But they're not telling him that this is actually just not telling the Patriarch. This is just a setup, you know. We're going to shuffle him around from planet to planet to try and find the Empire, to see if he could then find out more about the Grisk, or perhaps find allies to fight them. But if they don't find anything after a year or so, they're just going to bring him back under some other pretext. At least that is the plan. But as we know, that plan, well, it basically works because Thrawn ends up working with the Empire. It's funny because when he's getting exiled, he says a line like, "I don't suppose I'll ever wear Admiral's whites now." If only you knew. But yes, it's a thoroughly good book. I always enjoy reading anything about Grand Admiral Thrawn. I expect the next we're going to see of him is probably going to be on the screen, probably the small screen, something from Ahsoka or the Book of Boba Fett or the Mandalorian, I expect, building up to him being the big bad of the what would you call it, the Favreau verse. But yes, it's a great book. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's quite thick. I did get through it in about 4 days or so. No, it was less than that, because it was expansive, took me 4 days. Got through it in about a couple of days, but I've been having a bit of time off of the channel, so I didn't get around to my review till now. But yes, it's a cracker as always. I think there's 9 or 10. No, there's more than that now. I can't even remember how many books there are about Thrawn now, and they're all fantastic. So that's just my review of Thrawn Ascendancy, Lesser Evil. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment suggestion for a topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.